Well, good morning. It's Victor Adair sitting in for Michael Campbell. I'm assuming that music is cueing me to get back to work here. Do we have Ozzie on the line with us? Ozzie, can you hear me?
I sure can, Victor. How are you this morning?
Well, Ozzie, I'm great, thank you. I'm working from home here. Thank God for the internet. You're probably up in Fernie somewhere on the ski hill. I'm on Vancouver Island. We had one guest this morning in Florida, another guy in Peter in Colorado. As I say, thank God for the internet. And although my wife keeps handing me notes here, she says, "Say hi to Ozzie."
And hi, Gina.
Hey, Ozzie. Well, let's do the quick review of the top stories in the real estate market for this year past.
Yeah, it seems to me like every year we talk and we had sort of an incredible year. Well, this 2017 was a real barn burner. First of all, Vancouver recovered, and then condos in the Fraser Valley recovered something like 30% in value. I mean, that's not normal. At the same time, Toronto single-family home prices crashed by 19% since April, and listings are up 120%. Then Edmonton and Calgary are somewhat ho-hum waiting for oil. The foreign buyers are back in Vancouver, but primarily they're now going to Victoria or Montreal or Seattle. And so, but it's still leaving China and it's still coming to the lower mainland. Now, what's it all mean? Well, the commercial market has gone absolutely bananas. The white spot lot on Georgia sold for $245 million. Actually, there's two lots. But the lot next door, the old Chevron station 4 months ago, sold for $74 million or some. Both of them got a lot of money. One of them got a lot more money, right? So a very strange world. What's it mean for 2018? First, remember it's assessment time. You're going to get your assessment in the next week. If you want to dispute them, go to the website, bcassessment.ca. It's a great website. Type in your address, get to find out what your neighbor's evaluations are, do a proper appraisal on that site, and then call the appraiser. They want to talk to you. They want to dispute. If you have a dispute, they want to do that. You have to do it by January 31st. The big thing is, of course, everybody talks about it. This is the test time for uninsured mortgages, which is starting next week. If you look at the stress test that was applied to first-time buyer or insured mortgages in 2016, in the third quarter, we had 47% fewer deals at that insured mortgage area. 47%, we knocked out some 70,000 transactions. If the same is now applied to uninsured mortgages, we could see another 20% go down, maybe up to 200,000 deals. That will have an effect on the real estate market.
Okay, and we'll get to your predictions in a moment here, but I noticed you also made a note here about quantitative easing ending, so you're expecting perhaps higher interest rates as we go into 2018.
No question. I think that is the, sitting on a knife's edge. I think we are right now at an historic first, the most dangerous time, in my view, in the last 20 years. And clearly, first of all, interest rates are part of it. But the big thing is, of course, that we have been printing money like mad. In my book, Forget About Location, in 1998, I wrote that if we kept on printing money the next 35 years from 1998 on, that we used to lead the 35 years leading up to 1998, every house in Vancouver would be worth $6 million. At the time, Victor, it was worth $278,000. It seemed like a mad prediction. Well, last year, on the website, we hit $4.3 million. If the printing of money is responsible for prices to go up around the world, and they're going up in Ireland and London, and they're going in all the major cities of the world. We are in almost a runaway inflation in the big cities. If that's the case, and Ms. Yellen now announced that she's going to take $4 trillion out of the $9 trillion they printed in the last 9 years, and where the European Common Market or the central bank is dropping its easing from $60 billion a month to $30, if that money comes out of the market, is the opposite going to be the effect? Nobody knows, Victor. We're sitting on a world of higher interest rates. We anticipate 3 more raises for Canada this year, 4 times in the United States. 2-year money is already 1% higher than last year. It was 0.7, now it's 1.7. That impact alone, Victor, will make an impact on the Ontario economy at $3.7 billion higher interest rate payments. At the stress test, at Canadian government, we're struggling to pay that higher debt. And all the Canadians with home equity loans will realize, hey, maybe my home is no longer my bank. So this is an unusually dangerous time, because if we do not do that quantitative easing or the quantitative tightening in a good way, like over 6, 7, 8 years, and keep it as boring as possible, anything can happen.
Okay, by huge danger, Ozzie, I'm imagining what you mean is if people think it's just an automatic, that you can go out and buy real estate with very low leverage and make a fortune, they ought to give their head a shake.
Yeah, it's over. You know, we have been telling our subscribers to tie down those mortgages. The lows are in place. We expect the 5-year money to be at least 4.5% to 5% in a year from now, or maybe sooner. And then you have to qualify then at 6.5% or 7%. That makes a huge difference as to how many people can buy. And if there's fewer buyers, there'll be less pressure on the market. And the opposite is gonna happen. So we gotta be careful. You gotta buy the life deal of a lifetime. Have some cash. Get an absolute top-notch quality experienced realtor in this market. And don't buy without having sold your house. This is sort of, you're on a knife's edge. Maybe we're going to go another leg higher, but if this quantitative tightening isn't done properly, hang on to your hat.
Ozzie, you have a hot property for us this morning or not?
Yeah, we got a couple really cheapies, 2-bedroom condo in Chilliwack, $109,000, a 2-bedroom townhouse in Chilliwack, 163.5, end unit, walkout patio. We think they're really good. And Victor, finally, I wish you and all the listeners a happy, eventful, passionate, exciting, whimsical, and healthy 2018. And do remember that you're absolutely unique, Victor, just like everyone else.
Ozzie, you're a beauty. Okay, Happy New Year to you too, from me, from Michael, and also from my wife, Tina. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back with The Trading Desk with Drew Zimmerman. You're listening to Money Talks all across the Chorus Radio Network.